Hey guys, new video today. I wanted to talk about a different subject, but I just have to change it because of what I experienced this morning. And this is something that probably frustrates a bunch of you people out there, and you've experienced this as well, I'm certain. Anyway, this morning our electricity cut off, so I had to deal with that. Call the electrical company, and they're using a chatbot. Surprise, surprise. AI, which is like, I'm a software developer. That is not AI. That is just machine learning, neural networks. It's reinforced learning. That is artificial intelligence should be much more than just even what GPT-4 is doing. Artificial intelligence should be a lot more than that, right? But it's not. It's not AI. It's just a bullshit bot. But anyway, it took me an hour to finally get through and make a request for immediate attention because we didn't have electricity. We've got as you guys can see, we've got a baby, and we can wash ourselves with cold water, and believe me, in my town, the cold water is really cold. It's not just a bit lukewarm. Anyway, but the point of this video is that it took me 1 hour to get through to these guys. And what about people who, they don't have the time, the patience, they can't hear well, they can't speak well, because this particular bot was using voice recognition, so you had to literally tell him or her, whatever the bullshit it is, you had to literally speak and listen in order to get through to this person, which is fine, because what do you do when there's a human being? You also speak and talk. But anyway, something that could have been probably literally 30 seconds on the clock, just call, hello, I don't have electricity, cool, give me your contract number or whatever, or give me your address, fine, with this dispatch somebody, thank you, goodbye. Instead of that, I have to register to an online bot, which, by the way, I tried the online version as well on my phone, and that one I just couldn't get through at all, right? So it was asking me something along the lines of, what do you want to ask me? And I was going, I need to register a complaint, right? We don't have electricity, and it would not understand what I was trying to tell it in writing, in chat. So imagine that. Anyway, complete bullshit. And I just want to get to the root of the problem, right? I don't want to drag this on for too long. The main root of the problem is, in my opinion at least, and from my experience working as a software developer, it's middle and upper management. Those are the people who both push for these technologies and who also make them shit, right? Because middle and upper management, they don't understand that they're not creative people, they're not engineers, they cannot think of everything. They just have this. I would imagine that most people who are in middle and upper management, they are salespeople, which, I'm not trying to shit on salespeople, but salespeople are not designers. Salespeople are not, they just come up with an idea, or they see some idea implemented somewhere else, and they say, oh, we want that, we want to do that, we want to have that, having no freaking idea about how to actually do it properly, right? Because this specific chatbot, it was only accepting, I'll give you the example for today. In my case, it was only accepting a specific code, not the contract number, not a invoice number. It was a specific code that was probably designed to hold the address in it as well. I would imagine that's the case, which makes absolutely no freaking sense whatsoever. Because if you give the contract number, then that's probably the address number, right? I mean, there are some people who make multiple contracts, and they don't live at all the locations. But that is a specific edge case, which, should be handled differently. So anyway, these middle management people, they come up with these broad ideas, and they say, oh, we'll implement AI. It's not AI. We'll implement AI, and we'll cut down on all call center costs by reducing personnel by 90%. And then they make this graph showcasing the amount of calls that would theoretically go up right, in volume, and then the cost that would theoretically go down. And then the dumbass investors who just sit there like seals start applauding this bullshit and think that it's an amazing idea and that it's going to work perfectly from the first go. And then they also set unrealistic targets with unrealistic project goals, and everything is a mess about these things, everything. And the only time that they actually stay in place is when the company has a monopoly on the market and the people can't actually do anything and the government doesn't give a shit. But in my case, I'm going to file a complaint against them because it is unacceptable that I have to go through 1 hour of listening to a bot just to say, hey, your shit doesn't work for me. That's unacceptable. So I'm going to be filing a complaint. Hopefully something happens. I don't know, maybe, probably not, because like I said, these guys have a monopoly, especially in this area. So probably nothing's going to happen. But anyway, just if you're middle management, if you're upper management, if you are an investor and you're listening to this, I'll try to be nice, even though it's really hard. I've got 9+ years of software development experience. I know you guys. You guys are bad. You've got no fucking clue what the product needs to be. And then when the coders come up and say, hey, what about this case? Shouldn't we be covering for that as well? You just overrule them and you say, no, you don't know what you're talking about. We've got the spreadsheets and the Excels and the data that shows us that. You guys are bad. You're not helping yourselves, you're not helping your company in the long run. I mean, the image of the company, obviously, and you're not helping your consumer either, your client base either, right? So I don't know. I really wish that real AI is going to take over, but not take over this is wishful thinking. I wish it would take over the upper part of management and make in decision making at the upper part, because a lot of you guys you're in love with centralization, because centralization apparently brings higher productivity and lower costs, apparently, but that is not the case, or rather it does do that sometimes, but it's not the case in every situation, especially call centers. Anyway, your bots suck, you guys suck. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.